Hey everyone, hope you're all, sorry if that was a bit loud. Hey everyone, hope you're well. It's Monday the 13th of May 2013 and I'm feeling a lot better today than I did yesterday. Like I said, I was hoping that feeling like I hadn't got a lot achieved might spur me to actually do something today. And I think the main thing, I've actually got the wrong text file up. I've got the text file for my game up because that's what I've been working on all day. Like my ideas and stuff. Okay, it's a text file for the vlog. I realised the strategy I took today, which is got me doing stuff, is what I want to talk about, because I don't necessarily, making this game, I really enjoy doing it, and once I get going, I get really into it, and I've just spent all day researching stuff. So I'll talk about that in a moment. But the reason what was able to motivate me to do it or whatever isn't so much motivating myself to do it. It's just I know once I get started, I'll get really into it. And the difference is it's sometimes more important to focus your willpower on not doing something than it is on focusing it on doing something. So in this case, it's computer games. So yesterday, I think the mistake was, or the mistake on most days, even if I start doing kind of what I want and then I decide to take a break, I think, oh, I'll just play such and such a game for a bit. But nearly every computer game is actually designed to continue entertaining you for as long as you want to play it. So it's very easy once you start playing to end up playing it for like 3 or 4 hours or whatever, and then you don't go back to what you want to do, or when you do go back, you're actually tired from playing the game, and you don't get as much done. So I went for my walk when I got up, and then I came home and I sat down, and the first thing and I had the walk. Going for a walk, I might have explained before, I always think about what I'm going to do that day and everything, and what to focus on and everything, and getting a good positive frame of mind and everything, and that's good and easy when you're out in the fresh air. And it was kind of sunny earlier. It's now actually raining, so I'm glad I went for a walk this morning. But anyway, so I came in and sat down, and it's all focused and everything. And I thought I want to work on my game today, and I'd already written down on my list of ideas of things to do that I should research reviews of other games, other current card and board games and stuff, to see what people enjoy and to see what reviewers and people who obviously play loads and loads of what's in the market, the kind of things that they pick out as good and bad. And there's quite a few good YouTube channels, so quick shout out to what they're called, Dice Tower, I think it was. I watched quite a few of their videos, and especially as they had a couple that are, rather than, they have lots of game reviews and stuff, and then have some good top 10s, but they actually do a top 100 every year of their favourite games, but it's separated out up into each 10, so I watched the top couple of videos of some of those to see what they were saying. And they also had some really good videos with their top 10 least favourite game mechanics, stuff that they don't like and things like that, which are also really useful things to consider. So that was really good. And I watched quite a lot of tabletop as well, as you might know, on Geek and Sundry, which was maybe not quite as informative, but they're quite useful. Certain games that popped up that I didn't know what they were. Some of them were featured in tabletop episodes, so it was quite good, quite an entertaining way to find out what certain games were and what kind of vibe they had. So actually on that note, there's an awesome game which I really want to buy now called Suro. That's Tsuro. That's Tsuro is spelled in English, though it looks quite Japanese actually. I don't know what, maybe it means dragon, but it's really hard to explain. Just Google it and maybe watch the tabletop episode it's actually in a really good tabletop episode where he's got like Freddie Wong. For those who don't know, it's presented by Will Wheaton, and this particular episode it's Freddie Wong and one of Will Wheaton's friends, and Ryan Heeger. And I won't give away who wins, but it's really funny. And they actually play 3 games, including they play that, and they play Zombie Dice, and they play Get Bit, which is a game where you're swimming robots swimming away from a shark. It's a really funny idea. It's a card game essentially, though. But yeah, go and check it out. That's a really good episode. But yeah, I've just had loads of fun researching stuff and just had so many ideas looking at stuff, and stuff I'm going for. I want to design something very streamlined and simple, which is obviously, well, not obviously, but is the best way to go as far as I can see. There seems to be 2 camps. There's either games that are extremely streamlined and simple and very accessible that become very popular and fun, which is the direction I'm going. And there is another camp with games that I guess are still streamlined in a sense, but are very complicated and have all sorts of stuff going on, especially kind of games that are themed around kind of strategy, space games and battles, and sort of like medieval battles and kind of conquering and resource management and all sorts of stuff. So they tend to be big board games that have tiles and loads and loads of miniature spaceships or something, and loads of cardboard counters for different resources, and loads of cards for various gameplay mechanics, and loads of dice and all sorts of stuff going on, which is way too complicated for just me to design something straightforward this month, which of course is my aim, to actually have something this month. And then in the simple category are some games that are extremely simple, like Uno, style simple. And so I don't want to go quite that simple either. I want it to be a strong kind of theme in terms of the artwork, and you're fighting monsters, and it has a vibe to it. And but yeah, a lot of the simpler things, I think the mechanics are so simple that the theme's almost more important, I think, in some ways. And yeah, I'm just feeling quite good about it. And it's something, and more looking at it, I was thinking, why don't more people make games? And then I was thinking, well, maybe because to me it just feels really natural and straightforward. But then I suddenly realised this is what I used to do when I was 7 years old or whatever. I used to make board games, I used to draw out board games on bits of card and make card games and stuff all the time. That was just what I did. I didn't have computer games when I was very young, and I used to just make board games and stuff out of cardboard all the time and obsess over, probability on dice and stuff. And I was really into role-playing games and choose your own adventure books and board games and card games and stuff. So maybe it is just actually like a kind of skill set, a kind of knowledge base that I already have, that I've always taken for granted, that I guess maybe not everyone has, that I've never really thought about it, and I kind of undervalue it. But anyway, I'm very excited about actually getting some more work done on my game. And I think a lot of the kind of time and thought I've put into it today is solely because I consciously avoided playing computer games all day. And I'm going to try and continue doing that. And it's something I'm always considering doing, and just leaving, just spending time playing computer games when I'm recording LPs and stuff. But generally, this game's very exciting. And I was thinking, I think I briefly mentioned I was looking at Minecraft server programming, which I do find quite interesting. But part of the motivation of that was partly to do my own kind of series, a unique series. But the profitable side of that, if we become very cold and money orientated for a second, is if you make a really good custom server that people want to play on, then of course you can make money with it, both to keep it going but also to pay for your time. And that's very profitable for a lot of people. And so that's quite... one second. Because Minecraft is so popular, so there's like a really big opportunity there. It's very enticing. However, the idea of making my own card game or something, even if it wasn't, nearly as popular, is really exciting because it's my own IP. I'm not relying on Minecraft, which is somebody else's work. I'm not kind of... sponging is a hard word, but I'm not kind of profiting from something that really belongs to something else. I'm kind of creating my own thing, which from an ego point of view, I guess, is more exciting, and it also gives me more control in the long run. And yeah, that's it basically. Anyway, I think I've said what I want to say today. I'm just check my notes. And finally, my gaming channel, JCVSMC, is actually 2 years old today. But some people might, I guess would expect me to sort of like do a special celebration video or something. But it's difficult when I don't feel, like I've mentioned in other videos recently, YouTube doesn't feel especially positive for a lot of people at the moment because it's all kind of nerfed a bit. So, I want to carry on doing it because I enjoy doing it. But the dream of being like a full-time YouTuber and making a significant income from it feels a bit more distant at the moment than maybe it did earlier this year. And so I still want to go for 100,000, but that's kind of a separate project that, that's hard to talk about at the moment because I've spent all today thinking about this game project for this month. But I still want to chase 100,000, but that's a separate project to what I've been focusing on today. But yeah, I don't really feel like doing sort of like a celebration video because I don't feel like celebrating. And it feels like that quite often on milestones. And you sometimes get certain an annoyance of mine is certain audience members. I've had certain audience members complain when I haven't done a celebratory milestone video for certain milestones. And it's like, it's my milestone, not yours, And if I don't want to celebrate it, I don't want to celebrate it. So I find that a bit odd, like they kind of expect something special and then they're like, oh, I'm really disappointed you haven't done something special to entertain me. And it's like, it's not your achievement. It's a bit like having a go at someone for not having a birthday party. It's like, but it's your birthday. You're meant to have a birthday party so I can come to it and enjoy it. It's like, it's not your birthday. I could do what I want. Anyway, so that's the reason I'm not doing I'm not going to do a kind of a 2 years celebration. I think I may be doing my Minecraft news show today, but it's not what I felt like doing, as you might have gathered. But I might do one. I'll do one later this week. I'm almost definitely will do one this week because I didn't do one last week, and I'll fill in on all the the tiny bits of news, like the stained clay was pretty much the only big thing, and pack mule infantry now works, but pack mules were already in the game, but the infantry just didn't work yet, so it almost feels like just a bug fix, even though it is, they built it in, but it kind of feels like a bug fix, if you see what I mean, that just now they work, rather than now they've been added in. But yeah, I'll fill everything in this week's show, and I will mention, and maybe I'll have a clip or two or something, but I will at least mention about the 2 year thing in this week's show. But it's not 2 years it's only 2 years of the channel, when I did LPs for a month before I started Minecraft daily. So next month is the 2-year anniversary of that, but then it's not actually daily anymore. It's kind of a different show, so even that. So I think the channel anniversary is now more relevant, but yeah, it kind of snuck up on me, and suddenly I only realised last week that it was this week, and so it kind of snuck up on me as well. Maybe if I'd realised a month or so ago, I might have actually started doing something. So if I do something, I feel like it should be something really good, like have like a little clip of loads of different things, but that takes so much time because that involves going through all of my videos, or you know, at least going through quite a lot of them to find sort of like significant moments and funny bits and stuff. But anyway, that's all I've got to say today. I decided to record this early so I could carry on thinking about my game, and yeah, I'm still going to, once I've kind of got an idea, I'm still going to do like the Flash prototype and everything like I was talking about. And I think I might have to sort of like get into network code for that so that I can actually test, because it is going to be a multiplayer game. So I hadn't really considered much, but it is going to be a multiplayer game, however I approach it. I don't know, unless maybe there will be an option to kind of play it on your own, a way of playing it on your own. It depends how it comes out. Siren. Anyway, I've run over, so I'll leave it there, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, and the message of today is, the main thing I wanted to say is sometimes it's more important to make an effort to not do certain things, in my case playing computer games, than it is to make an effort to do certain things, because sometimes if you just don't do certain things, then you naturally fill your time with the stuff you're meant to do. Okay, see you later, bye!